With me, Audrey, Zatsa. At least 10 people have reportedly died while crossing the Nyong River in Malombo by dugout canoe. According to information, the canoe used was not in a very good condition and the people were not wearing life jackets. No further information is available at the moment. The Minister of Public Transport, Jean-Ernest Ngale Masena Bibei, is informing or reminding promoters of interurban passenger road transport companies that the installation of functional seatbelts in vehicles and their use by all passengers is compulsory both on departure from the boarding terminal and throughout the journey, except for people with a serious medical contradiction or contradiction. In the event of the violation of this prescription, the various services in charge of traffic checks will inflict the most severe sanctions on offenders as provided for by the regulations in force, according to the release or communique signed by Minister Jean-Ernest Ngale Bibei on the 7th of June 2022. The measure will henceforth extend to all vehicles plying the highway. The Minister of Transport reiterates that wearing a seatbelt contributes to 77% in saving life and reducing passenger fractures in the event of a serious road accident. Sons and daughters of Mancon in the northwest region of Cameroon today or yesterday bid farewell to their former Fon Angwa for the third and witnessed the crowning of the new Fon. The ceremony, which took place earlier yesterday at the Mancon Palace, was equally an opportunity for the people to present their rich cultural heritage. Charles Kibwa reports.
The people of Mancon in Mezam division of the Northwest and the population of the region mourn His Royal Highness Fon Angwafo II after the Quifon of Mancon announced his disappearance, except 01.
The fund disappeared. You saw that we cannot only say that the fund has disappeared. We know that the fund has passed away. And it is very big glory to all of us, the Mancon people, the Bamenda people in our own, that they have lost their father. And we are praying that we will surely see the next new father.
Just to tell you,
it is not the group, it is not that result. It is the disappearing form who wills his successor and is best known by the inner circle of the Quifon.
The solemn mourning of the disappeared Fon Adzang and coronation stroke presentation of the new Fon Zenkane to the public today to tell you the new Fon must be
a blood child from the tiger skin, not even from the children that the Fon delivered before coming from.
The wearing of Adzang leaves this early morning is compulsory to sons and daughters of Mancon, with women on black breast wear, while men carry Mbangnui, the traditional shield, in remembrance of their great king.
His names are Anye, Solomon, Gamoti, Ndefru, and Bafo the 10th. Solomon, his Christian name, he had that wisdom of King Solomon. He was a king and had a king's name. Solomon was a wise king. He was very wise. So there was no friction because he did it with the inner people of the Quifon in a very intelligent way. In fact, people were speculating other children, but he disappointed them with his wisdom of King Solomon.
As the population of Mancon will and mourn this morning, by press time, as we of My Media Prime TV report, most Manconians have moved to nearby streams to off or remove the Adzang, the leaves, and will bath and return to the Mancon Fon's Plaza, all in their traditional regalia, for the coronation of the new Fon of Mancon, which entails catching, stoning, presentation, and naming of the new Fon.
After they will introduce, Quifon will bring out the new Fon, and people stoning him to give him that power. The stone, not to stone really hurt him, but with throwing stone to, that is a symbol, sign of giving him the power, that after that, nobody can touch him.
With the coronation of the new Fon of Mancon, Zenkane this Tuesday, June 7, 2022, alongside preparation of the Nekwinabu to take place in about 2 months' time. It should be noted the ban that was instituted on farming activities in Mancon by the Kwifel, as well as wearing of caps by male, shall from today after the coronation of the new fawn be lifted. Just to tell you, all is set at Nto Mancon to mourn the missing fawn and crown the new fawn.
The Build and Some Civil Society organization has organized a sensitization campaign against drug consumption and violence in school milieus. The organization was at Government Bilingual High School Deido Douala yesterday, as Cynthia Azanu tells us.
The Build Together Civil Society organization was at Lycée Bilingue de Deido Douala, littoral region of Cameroon, for a sensitization campaign against drugs and violence in schools. After having done this with more than 6 schools in the central region of the country, they were in Douala on Monday, 6 June 2022. This campaign is in line with a program, Vacances Sans Violence, or Violence-Free Holidays, which is geared towards identifying and accompanying the students during summer holidays on activities which keeps them away from violence in preparation for a violence-free academic year 2022-2023. Students of Lycée Deido have pointed out some reasons why their peers are involved in violence towards teachers. An example of what can cause a student to be violent on a teacher is that at the end of a course, a student may wish that a teacher helps him or her to explain a particular assignment, but when the teacher gives deaf ears, it may cause the student to portray violence on the teacher. What can cause a student to be violent on a teacher is that the teacher may be lecturing and the student is making noise or wants to leave the class, or even doing something against the teacher's will, and when the teacher punishes the child, it may cause the child to portray violence towards the teacher. However, some students are involved in violence amongst themselves. What can cause a student to portray violence toward his friend can be jealousy, because one may want to get what does not belong to him and may lead to violence between the two students. It is worth noting that violence in school milieu is any activity that creates a disturbance in an educational system, which includes verbal or physical clash.
Prices of agricultural products exported by 6 CEMAC countries, Cameroon inclusively, have grown by 1.9% between January and March 2022. The statistics are contained in a composite commodity price index published by the Bank of Central African States. A situation leaving possible threats on a constant supply of palm oil, as you tell us in this report, Dolingonde.
According to analysis made by the Bank for Central African States, BAC in the French acronym, the situation regarding fertilizer prices has had a greater impact on the price of palm oil recently. Going by products, the strongest increase were observed in the palm oil, cotton, and rubber markets. And by these, the production of palm oil in Cameroon is expected to reach 400,000 tons before the end of 2022. Still contained in the release, this increase of about 30,000 tons year in year out will continue over the next 2 years to climax 425,000 and more than 450,000 tons in 2023 and 2024 respectively. With this calculation, palm oil production in Cameroon is expected to grow at 80,000 tons by 2021 and 2024, while the structural deficit in the country had reached 150,000 tons since 2021. Consequently, despite the announced upturn in palm oil production over the next 3 years, Cameroon will continue to import the red gold in order to guarantee the supply of processing units, which have invested tenfold, increasing production capacity over the past 10 years.
And in the same line, as all prices keep rising, vendors are complaining, calling on authorities in charge to look into their situation. Nicole Tako visited the Bonamusadi market. Her report.
There has been a drastic increase in the prices of vegetable oil in Cameroon. According to some oil vendors in Marché Bonamusadi Douala, a carton of mayo has increased from 15,000 francs to 19,500 francs.
Nous ne savons pas pourquoi les prix sont différents.
We do not know why the prices are different. Maybe everyone has his or her own network to get their own products. There's an official price. A bottle of mayo is now 1,500 francs. Before, a carton of mayo used to cost 15,000 francs. But now we buy it at 19,500 francs. The customers are shocked because prices have gone too high. People do not buy like before. If we buy 1 carton of oil, it makes about 1 month in the shop. Unlike before, a carton of oil is sold within 2 weeks. As at now, women are forced to economize because of the increase in prices.
Les gens utilisent de moins en moins. Quand c'est cher, les femmes utilisent, elles économisent.
Some of these vendors face a lot of challenges as some of their customers refuse to buy, but they are left with no choice than to sell in order to make their own little gain.
C'est tellement grave, c'est grave. On ne s'en sort pas, c'est vraiment grave.
It is really bad and horrible. Presently, the price has really increased, unlike before. And just now, I asked the price of a carton of mayo. They said some people sell it for 22,000 and others say it is 21,000 francs. But before, we sell it for 16,000 francs. I don't even know what to say. It is more than us. Some customers come and ask for a liter, and once we say it is 1,500, they just go away. I am a small businesswoman, and when I go to buy, I buy according to the price they tell me. And it is not only oil, everything is expensive.
Parce que ce n'est même pas seulement les matières, tout est cher.
Ça a augmenté, ça a augmenté.
It has increased. I am from buying from a wholesaler. I just bought for 21,000 francs, but before I used to buy for 16,500 francs.
Par contre, avant, il portait à 16,500.
According to these vendors, ever since the prices of oil increased, business has been very slow. Things are not moving like before. They wish and hope for better days.
The St. Therese Catholic School Aziri Small Mankon Bamenda has graduated 74 pupils at the pre-nursery section and 60 at the nursery section. The graduation ceremony took place recently, as you tell us, Eileen Sama.
The St. Therese Catholic Pre-Nursery, Nursery and Primary School Aziri Small Mankon Bamenda has graduated 74 pupils at the pre-nursery section of the school, with 60 at the nursery section for the academic year 2021-2022. In the graduation ceremony that took place over the weekend in the school campus, characterized with drama, poem, dance, and more, Ken Natalie, an ESCO member of the PTACS Aziri Bamenda, is glad that the school year wrapped up successfully.
Country today, they brave all the odds. From the first day to the last day, they are doing so well and nothing has happened to any of them. So I give God the glory. We thank God for everything and for a successful end of year in CDS.
With the socio-political crisis hitting hard on the 2 English-speaking regions, Noteme Gertrude, headmistress of CS Aziri Small Mankon, disclosed that going to school come with a lot of challenges, though parents braved it to ensure a successful academic year.
Catholic school Aziri, both nursery and primary. Yeah. As you have seen, we have come to the end of the year. For the nursery section, we have faced a lot of challenges. First, beginning with the popcorn in the town. Yes, beginning with the popcorn. When there is popcorn, you know, see children, parents will look for all means. So I even want to congratulate them because they will look for all means to bring the children.
The PTA president of the school, Charles Kebwa, who is also a journalist, addressing parents, reassured that quality education is a priority of CS Aziri. It is for this reason that modern classrooms are being constructed and will go functional next academic year to make the kids comfortable and acquire quality education.
Despite the difficulties we're facing in the Anglophone regions with the gunshots, early mornings, afternoon, evening, the parents actually briefed all to ensure that these children should, gain education. And with this, we will say it has actually built up what we are talking of a priority of education, which is that of holistic education that the Catholic education is giving out to the public.
It is worth highlighting that education is priceless and acquiring it is very important. For it is the joy of every parent to see the child move from one level of the educational ladder to another.
Orange Cameroon has celebrated 20 years of continuous support for Cameroonian music. This was during a press conference organized by Orange recently in Douala. Joingong.
Within the last 20 years, Orange Cameroon has shown relentless support to the music industry in Cameroon, a cause which is greatly inspired by the company's undying commitment and love for the culture.
It's very important for Orange to provide relevant content to that youth, which is the core targets of Orange in the country. And besides this entertainment, we have, of course, education, because music is a kind of medium for the education of that youth. And the most important above all these reasons will be the promotion and the exportation of our cultural wealth.
For 20 years, Orange Cameroon can boast of several achievements in its quest to promote Cameroonian music, ranging from the fans to the artists themselves.
Three main achievements. Firstly, for the fans, because it's very important for us to provide to them very interesting moments. That is why Orange brought many international stars here in Cameroon. After the fan, we'll talk about the cultural promoters. We are with the Festival of Bikuti since many years now. We are with the Festival of Makossa. We are with the Doma Festival, the Urban Music Festival. We are with all the key musical promoters in our environment. And at least, but not at last, we are beside the artists.
Since 2020, Orange Cameroon embarked on a mission to digitalize and monetize the art of music in Cameroon, an initiative which was made possible with the creation of the Orange Digital Center.
Orange Digital Center is not only a place, but it's first of all a concept. It's a concept that has been designed by the Orange Group in line with the 2025 strategy, where in fact what is driven by digital inclusion. So we know that in Africa, the youth has a lot of problem to gain a good job or to create their own enterprises. So Orange has designed this concept and this place where a youth can have training, but also can be supported in order to create his own company, then being his own boss.
To better valorize the art of music in Cameroon, Orange has over the years partnered with several music promotion platforms, citing the Makossa Festival, the Douala Music Art Festival, Festi Bikuti, the French Institute of Cameroon, and most recently the Star News Urban Hit Show.
Mais là, surtout, on a un programme phare avec Orange, qui est un programme qui s'appelle
We have a flagship program with Orange called Tremplin Hip Hop by Orange, which is aimed at birthing hip hop artists through a national competition at the Douala Music Art Festival. The support we receive is mostly logistics and the budget, which allows the putting in place of the project and the recruitment of the artists.
De tous ces artistes en herbe qui veulent émerger.
Participer au tremplin hip-hop.
Participating at the Tremplin Hip Hop 2021 competition was a great experience for me. The platform helps artists with low visibility to be known. Just the fact that I won put me on a good foot with Orange Cameroon.
Le simple fait d'être gagnant m'a permis d'être sur la bonne voie avec Orange Cameroun.
The press conference to celebrate Orange Cameroon supporting Cameroonian music for over 20 years was graced with beautiful performances of artists who have in one way or the other benefited from the support of Orange Cameroon.
That was it for today's edition of Prime Flash, produced by Elvis Modika, with the technical assistance of Chinda Romeo. Thanks for watching, faithful viewers. Well, you stay glued for more programs on The African Eye. Bye.
My Media Prime TV, The African Eye.
You're welcome back from this break, and if you are just joining us, you're watching House of Commons.
House of Commons.